And on April 29th...
Supposed to get him? No, he's not. And the limits that we have put on...
Will America ever learn? In the last 25 years, America has fought in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, Yemen, and walked away from all of them poorer, bloodier, and no closer to whatever victory was promised. We are told the next one will be different. Clean, surgical, over fast. Venezuela sits 1,200 miles from Florida, tangled in jungle, mountain, and 14 million desperate, armed people who have already survived 20 years of chaos. If you think another jungle war ends any better than the last one, Francis Ford Coppola made a movie for you in 1979. It's called Apocalypse Now, and it is still screaming at us to this day. Saigon, 1969. Captain Benjamin Willard, played by Martin Sheen, is a burned-out army assassin drowning in a hotel room, whiskey, and ghosts. Divorce papers signed, soul unsigned. Command drags him out of his stupor with a classified mission. Travel up the Nung River into Cambodia, find Colonel Walter E. Kurtz, a once brilliant Green Beret who has gone rogue, built his own army of Montagnard tribesmen, and is now waging his own private war with methods that are unsound. Willard is handed a dossier thick with horror. Kurtz has executed suspected double agents without trial, decorated his compound with severed heads, and written manic dispatches declaring that horror and moral terror are the only honest responses to this war. Willard boards a Navy patrol boat commanded by Chief Phillips, played by Albert Hall, and a crew of kids who still think this is an adventure. Surfer Lance, 17-year-old Clean from the Bronx, Chef from New Orleans, and the unflappable Mr. Clean. What follows is a slow descent are the more recognizable from America's more recent war failures. First, the absurdity. They stop at a river resupply point where the air cavalry, led by the gung-ho Lieutenant Colonel Kilgore, Robert Duvall in his finest role, is shelling a Viet Cong village because it has perfect surfing waves. Kilgore's immortal line after calling in a napalm strike, "Charlie, don't surf," he delivers it while handing out death cards and playing Wagner from helicopter loudspeakers. War as rock concert to America, a show. A spectacle because most people are 5,000 miles away from the truth. Deeper upriver, the illusions peel away. A tiger leaps out of the jungle. A Playboy bunny show turns into a riot. Clean dies from a sniper no one ever sees. Chef loses his mind looking for mangoes. Lance paints his face and drops acid, becoming the war's mascot instead of its soldier. Finally, they reach Kurtz's compound, an ancient Khmer temple drowning in corpses, mud, and madness. Marlon Brando emerges from the shadows, shaved head gleaming, voice a low whisper that somehow fills the jungle. Kurtz is no longer insane. He is lucid in the way only the damned can be. He has looked into the heart of the war and seen that America's morality is the real horror, because it pretends the slaughter has a point. Willard's mission ends exactly as ordered. He kills Kurtz with a machete while the Doors, The End plays, and the Montagnards ritualistically slaughter a water buffalo outside. Mission accomplished. But Willard is hollow. He records one final transmission, Kurtz's words, not his own, and drifts back down the river into the darkness. Apocalypse Now is not a war movie. It is an autopsy of war. Coppola took Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, dropped it into Vietnam, and proved that when empires send men to do monstrous things in faraway places, the monsters come home in the men, not in the enemy. The film cost $31 million, nearly killed Martin Sheen with a heart attack, drove Coppola to the edge of suicide, and still ends with no redemption, no victory, no lesson learned, because that is the point. There is no clean war. There is only the dirty river of horrors. and it carries everyone the same direction. America needs to learn another way and accepts ownership for once. Not because we are too weak to win, but because winning looks exactly like losing when the bill comes due 20 years later in broken bodies, broken minds, and broken countries we leave behind. We have seen this movie before. We paid for the ticket and the popcorn. We sat in the dark. We still walked out and bought another ticket for the next war movie and enjoyed the horrors with a hollow ignorance. We lie about what we do, and we lie about what it does to us.